KCP
Right, so we have the intercooler in front of us. Original plan was to somehow adapt the OEM crash bars to some kind of like point like a bolt the intercooler to at the top. Turns out the intercooler is going to be too big, so we are going to have to make some brackets up. It shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think, but I'll just put you back on the tripod and you'll be able to see how how big this is going to be. Looks like there's going to be a few fitment issues, but it's nothing that I don't think can be just cut out. So yeah, let's have a quick look. So we'll do this with one hand as best as I can just to show you. So that's sitting somewhat central. So as you can see, the intercooler sits way higher than the crash bar fixings. So that's not going to work. What we will do, we'll make some kind of bracket that either goes into the original framework, or we can get a bracket to come across here and bolt into the original, even if it just comes across and just sort of steps down a little bit and just sits flush with that. Shouldn't be a problem. And then same underneath, make a little bracket just to sit there. So bottom of the intercooler's there, just sitting there. Shouldn't be too difficult. So we'll tackle that. Like I said, the horn will come out and cut this away. That shouldn't make any difference to any kind of structural part of the car. And then next thing is this. So that's probably where the intercooler is going to sit. It's only marginal, but we might have to cut that down a little bit. So that's going to be the next jobs. I have to pop out and get some bits to make some brackets. So this should be on by the end of today. Shouldn't have any massive issues. It's only making brackets, so we'll see what we can do. Sound? That's it. Up. Pull. Can you do it? Oh. Well done, you took all the paint off. Let Daddy start you off, look. There you go, now you do. And that's it. That's it.
Not that one. Yeah.
Well done. Right, so there's some small hands helping, but we are just stripping down the couple of brackets that are left. Relocate the horns and potentially get the bumper mocked up today. The brackets off. Off camera, I also trimmed down this chassis leg just enough so the intercooler isn't impeded by it. So that's been trimmed down probably about 1 inch. So you can see now that the intercooler has got just enough room. So looking at that, there is just enough. I'll stick a silicone hose on it and get a bit of pipe just to make sure it does clear it, but I reckon it will do. Silicone joiner and a curve pipe Should see us somewhere right. You probably just watched the longest time-lapse wheel.
In hindsight,
I hit record.
watching this back during the edit, I realised that this bit is all wrong, and I never actually had to cut out this part of the bodywork, as I had a completely different route planned.
Bodywork's quite big,
so not entirely sure why I ended up cutting all this out, but we did. So I'll probably have to paint over that to prevent any rust. As you'll see in this next bit, the second pipe work runs a completely different route, so there was no need to do any cutting here at all. So all of this is completely wrong. It's quite funny to watch back actually, but we're still learning. We're still learning, so yeah, bear with.
Here as well, it's going to have to be, get in there properly. This is going to have to be trimmed back because this isn't quite big enough of a gap. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's trim this back. I have to be careful though because the airbag sensor's all here. So we just took this bit out. I'm going to tidy it up. I'm going to try and push this back a little bit more, just get a bit more room. But yeah, should give us ample space to get the pipe work through. Right, so we have opened up this bit now. It's nice and round. No sharp edges, it's all sweet. The jagged bits are just paintwork flaking off. Like that there. So yeah, so plenty of room here now. It's just pull all this back through. It's all headlight wiring. So yeah, so there's a significant difference in the amount of space we've got to work with there now, so that's sweet. We'll start mocking up the pipe work, get stuff measured and cut, and by the end of this video, the intercooler pipe work will be mocked up to a point. So up until about just getting the pipe work up into this area. So from throttle body to intercooler, that'll be fine. We've just got to finish making another bracket for this, and that'll be fixed in place. Throttle body to one of the ports on the intercooler, and then whichever port we don't use for the throttle body will go to the turbo. But the turbo mock-up will be in the next video. So by the end of this video, intercooler will be fully fixed up. Right, so I found a route. We had a few technical difficulties with the phone storage, keeps filling up, but I have to try and sort it out, get a camera or memory stick or something. Got an initial route run. I'm gonna have to cut some more off this just so the pipe work can go around and straight, but first bend is in. We'll come off the throttle body down into there, 90-degree bend, straight in, straight from the turbo, straight down here. We can also fit double over on the pipe work here, so just needs to sit a bit further back and we can get up to here, another 90 and straight, and we're done. Happy days. Right, we've bodged some cuts of the intercooler pipe work with a little goose in our, see what fits. Should fit. I do need to order a 90-degree silicone hose, just so I'm not cutting up my my fancy intake that the wife bought me, because I think she'll be pissed at that.
Struggling there.
Look, no, I'm not. You can sod off. Bam. The only thing I was concerned about was stress on the radiator hose, but it's not forcing it up that much. It's only a little bit, and there's still room for fucking fat blow-off valve sitting right there, so it's happy days. Now, bodger's worked. This should fit just enough space to need a 90-degree bend in the engine bay. So I reckon, as long as it clears the wheel when it's on, which it should do, because it's the same route. So before, here there was a bracket that held up the Hobby Racing intake. It sat in the same place, so it was bolted in here. So if that's sort of sat in the same way, then there shouldn't be any clearance issues, hopefully. So just looking down here now, we have got a bit of wriggle room with this pipe work. Shouldn't be an issue to get a 90-degree bend in a hose from there to there. It's literally all we need. Even if I need to trim this back a tiny little bit, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. The radiator hose should be fine. So yeah, let's get the next bit done. We'll cut it, drill a hole, and then where we've got this 90, we're gonna go, yeah, so something like that. So straight piece across here, straight into the 90, and then that's another bracket made up. Happy days, easy as that. It'll work. Is it pretty? No, but we're doing it on a budget. We're in the back garden, using what we've got available. I'm not a fabricator. We're just going to get on with it, see what happens. Right, so there's plenty of threaded holes in the front end of this where I took stuff off. We have our Honda box of bolts, basically every bolt I've ever took off a Honda in my entire life. We found one, we found one that fits, so we're just going to send it and see what happens. And would you believe, because we haven't just re-threaded it off camera, it fits perfectly. Random bolt out of the box, straight in. Needs a bit of force, a little help from a little ratchet, but this should fit bang on where we need it to go. So intercooler is fitted. This is semi-final product. We stuck with the L shape, it's nutted and bolted, and the intercooler itself, it's solid, it's not going anywhere. So what I'll do is finish mocking up the pipe work this side, and then we'll take it all off. I've got to swage the end of the pipes so the silicone hoses don't fall off when it's under boost. And what I'll do is I'll shape the brackets, get them painted, get some new hardware, and it'll look sound under it. You're not going to see it when the bumper's on anyway, but I think for purposes of the aesthetics, I think we'll just make it look a little bit tidier. Next job is more pipe work. So yeah, so we're going to go from top of the intercooler, we're going to come through top of the, well, behind the headlight now, so we're going to come up through here. So we've got to come round here, up here, and then head towards the back of, we dropped some, head up towards the back of the engine bay, which is where the log manifold will sit. We may tease turbo fitting today, maybe, we'll see. I want to leave it for another video, but for the purpose of knowing where the intercooler pipework is going to have to sit, we may have to open a few more boxes today. Even though it is absolutely pissing it down the rain, it's freezing cold, but we are still getting on with it. Let's go. Right. Well, let's take this out for a sec. This is legit dedication because it's absolutely smashing it down.
Probably a little bit more to bring it away from that.
I reckon. Let's see if I can get this on this pipe first. So that's an easy stick in, isn't it, really? But that wasn't. Jesus. That gone in the right hand? Yeah, oh, we're cooking. Talk about doing it on the cheap. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it is a bit. Not to be fair. Is it not getting stuck on anything, is it?
No, it is on the actual chassis.
So yeah, it needs to come a good bit, really.
Isn't it?
You might be bailing on this, because even the gazebo's giving up. My life. Oh. We're having all manner of nightmares here, boys. Right, let's take a bit more off this. We're going again. We're going again. Check back when this fits properly. Right, so we're nearly there with the intercooler pipe work. We're just going to have a quick mock-up now, see what's what. We've cut down some bits. The original hybrid racing intake has been sacrificed. It's for a greater cause, let's be honest. So these few bits, we're aiming to get from, so we're going from top of the intercooler and round. We're going to come up through here. I've said it loads of times during this video now, I'm getting bored of saying it. But from here, we're going to go round, up here in this space, so it's beyond the headlight. And then we're aiming somewhere over here. So we've got a few bits cut up. We're going to stick it all together now, see what we can do. The only thing we have measured up is this. We just chopped this off at the angles we were thinking. So what we'll do is we'll slot this in, slot that through, just hope it goes together and see what we can do. The weather has absolutely switched on us. It is absolutely pissing it down. We're going to get this done, and then that's going to be it for today. And then we'll catch up again tomorrow with what we've done. But for now, it's 2 minutes, just quickly mock up this pipe work, see what's what. So we're going to go straight into the intercooler here. It fits beautifully in there, he says. Yeah, just about. Go in, see if we can fit this in here. That brings us up nicely into the engine bay. Let's do this bit first. So that's looking about right. Straight up and round. Right, bam. We're in sort of, like I said, come out round and up. Now the kit that we've been using, that's what we're dealing with. Comes with the 45s. Now, obviously the turbo's not been mounted. There's no mock-up of turbo or manifold, so we are just aiming somewhere there. We just wanted to make sure that we could get to the top of the engine bay, really. So let's give this old switcheroo. 45 degree may or may not fit here. Bear with me. I think we're going to have to go take this. Yeah, there we go. Right. Let's see if oh, boys, we are in. to an extent. Let's get that twist around. We're getting there, we're getting there. There we go. Oh, it's a daisy. Wow. Oh, it's just that. I think what's happened here is I've gone onto that pipe just a little bit too much. There we go. That should push that way. And that doesn't look a million, it doesn't look a million miles off. That's a tight, it's a snug. To be fair, we could probably trim this edge down just a little bit just to pull the pipe work in that way, just so it sits a little bit closer to the chassis leg. But to the want of running pipe work from the throttle body to the intercooler, from the intercooler to roughly where the turbo is going to sit, I don't think that's a bad attempt. Yeah, I think we'll just cut this down just a little bit more. Yeah, but for now, we are going to call this off because the weather is absolutely dire. I'm soaking wet, I'm freezing cold. Sympathy likes. So yeah, so we're going to leave this for now and we'll catch up with you in a minute. So that is a wrap on this video. We are 90% of the way there with the intercooler pipe work. We're waiting for one more pipe to be delivered and then we can get this all completed. We're still waiting for the tool to rebead the end of these pipes, ones we've had to make the cuts on. There's not so many that we've had to cut, but we need to make sure that they're not going to come off under boost. Obviously straight cut pipes and silicone hoses probably aren't going to be able to hold it, so they need to be swaged, I think the term is. What else? I told you up the pipe work, and I need to start making I need to make a start on cutting up the bumper to make sure we have got clearance, and I need to fit the headlight to make sure that these brackets aren't impeding the headlight fitment. We have got some exciting news coming in the next couple of weeks, and we may have secured our first sponsor. So if you like this one, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.